can we start at the start, if you like? The last sort of few games, handful of games, you've been conceding the first goal, which is sort of reverse at the start of the season when you were actually scoring first. Is there any rhyme or reason for that? Have you looked at the reasoning?
Yeah, it's still tough to explain, but it was the case. Our last 4 games, and on the opposite side, we stayed in the game, and we won at the end. We conceded, I think, on set pieces sometimes. So many reasons. It's not easy to understand, but at least we have to pay attention about our start, because it's very important for the dynamic, for the whole dynamic. And if you can score rather than running after the score, I think it's better. Yeah.
Because the team has clearly got a strong mentality and a fortitude not to lose games, and I think, you know, if you take out the Coventry game where that was one where it went a bit awry, you are seeing games out strongly. It's wondering whether you can reverse that and make your start strong, if you like, mentally, not to concede early goals.
Yeah, football is unpredictable, so we spoke a lot about finishing, for example, and it was so hard to finish, and then like a click, you don't understand why it's possible to score on set pieces or from a long shot, for example. But what we can control is the way we are starting with how we want to defend, how we want to attack, and so on. I think probably against Norwich, for example, with the ball we were a little bit slow, I think, and it was the case against Swansea as well. And it wasn't the case out of possession, but in possession it was more difficult. So we have to pay attention about that, take care of the ball, because the opponent wants to recover the ball and counter-attack and use our mistakes. So at least we have to pay attention about that. Yeah.
But possibly, arguably, harder to start quickly away from home, because the onus is usually on the home team to try and start quickly and press.
Yeah, probably. Yes. So, but sometimes you can expect that, and it's the opposite. So it's still difficult. So the only focus for me is us, how we want to attack, how we want to defend, and if we can control that part, we'll see for the opponent.
When you talk about the opposition this season, I think you're absolutely right. You know, the Championship, every team is tough. They've all got their own challenges, and on their day, most teams can beat most teams in this division. Is it fair to say, though, that Blackburn, possibly arguably your strongest test since Sheffield United, because of the run that Blackburn have been on?
I don't know, because I think we are very respectful with every team. It's so difficult to win games in that league, especially. It would be a different style of play again, and I was very happy in the way we defended against Norwich and Swansea, and it was, I think, very good, because they were good in possession, and I think we neutralized this part of their game. On the opposite side, we were not good enough in possession, but I think the opposition analyzed our strength as well, and it was very clear that they protected the flanks, they overloaded this part of the pitch, even with a mid-low block. So it's a new challenge now to face with. At Blackburn, I think it's a very well-balanced team. Out of possession, close to our team, so I think we'll have the references, because we defend like that. So I think it should be clear for us how to break that block, even if it's tough, because it's very well organized. Out of position should be different, but we'll see, because I think once again we have to be well-rounded, because the game required this full package to win away, especially.
Football can be like a game of chess, and you've got to try and outwit the opposition. Do you get a sense now that at the start of the season, teams weren't quite sure who you were, what your identity was, how you played, but now 22, 23 games in, they have an idea of how you play, and that's actually now something you've got to try and counter and come up with something different.
Yeah, probably the best way to solve this new challenge is to be better on our strength rather than to invent something new, I think, even if it's still possible to add some new small ideas. I think if we can master our best strength rather than thinking about new specific ideas and be probably a little bit weaker in our strength, it's the best way for me. So we are always analyzing our best preferences, I can say like this, and how we can manage more often these preferences to be more efficient.
I mean, you did say a few weeks ago how you're gradually getting closer and closer to your, I'm going to say ideal. I mean, it will never be ideal with it because football doesn't work like that. But do you think you're getting closer to the identity and the way that you want this team to perform in terms of those processes?
It's difficult to say because it's always connected with the players, their identity, and I think at the end, if we can be very close to the best way of playing of everyone, it's my main focus. Because if we play with today, we play with Eliza, Wilson, and Pat, could be different with Jan, Aaron, or Romain, or Tommy, for example. So their styles, their way of playing are different. So my main focus is to give them the opportunity to play their best football, and because they are different, we'll have a different output at the end.
And it's part of the challenge then to make that group, if one drops out, another can just seamlessly slot into that role, if you like.
It's very important, and the first idea is how they can be connected with the spirit of the team and the tactical stuff they have to respect, and then they have to express their own identity. And it was the case, for example, on the left side with we started with Eli, then it was Pat, and we finished with Adil. So 3 different players with 3 different styles. And I think against Norwich, for example, even if it was very difficult because we didn't control the possession, or we didn't create many chances, I should say. They were connected with the flow of the game and with a different output because they are different.
Dan Ballard, he obviously went off injured on Saturday, but is he okay? He looked to be okay afterwards.
No, he won't be available tomorrow. No.
Christmas, what's Christmas look like for the team then? Presumably you will travel to Blackburn the night before, so that's a new, something challenging new for you, being away from home and not having no Christmas pictures before.
Yes, but football, we can enjoy football because football is a nice activity, and we'll anticipate the party one day before. Quite party, for sure, and it's good to play football. To be clear, and I like it, and no problem.
And will you have a French Christmas dinner? What's a French Christmas dinner look like? Is it not unlike
like in England, but one day before, on the 24th. Yeah.
Thank you.
Bris, bonjour. In terms of, you talked about your best strength as a team, what do you believe that is at the moment then?
Probably the last 2 games I really liked the way we defended. It was really, I don't want to say impressive, but I really appreciate it because it was 2 tough games with 2 opponents who like controlling the ball, and the way we defended was, yes, brilliant. We didn't recover many balls to counter-attack, but we concealed their strength, and it was a question of mentality, but a question of tactical cleverness as well. So both were very good, I think.
Obviously, you analysed teams ahead of the game. What do you believe Blackburn's best strength is?
They are very well balanced, with no clear weaknesses, and it's very difficult to find specific element on what we can push to find a solution. So it will be a tough game again. Yeah.
And in terms of your best Christmas present, what would that be? On or off the pitch?
On the pitch, winning is still important. You know, it's still important, and if we can maintain the level, and if we can improve again our game, I think this is my best present for the fans, for the journalists, and for the people who like Sunderland.
Thank you.